5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome, boys and girls, my friends, brothers and sisters, my non-binary friends, to the DisabiliTEA podcast.
Woo!
I'm just going to say this right now. This is now our second take because she said that she was awkward in the first take.
Well, I don't know how to do this.
And I honestly think that was more awkward. But anyways, welcome to the podcast.
I think that was good.
Yeah.
So.
If you don't know me, I'm Mike.
I know well.
We're brother and sister. We both have a disability called SMA. Yeah, spinal muscular atrophy type 2, as well as a couple other things.
Many things.
And yeah, welcome to our podcast. I had this podcast planned for a couple months now. I cycled through a couple different hosts and finally landed on this one over here.
Landed on me.
I don't know why I didn't think of doing Noelle from the beginning, especially because she's my sister, but whatever. Yeah. I'm glad, we eventually ended up together.
I was his last resort, so.
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Just know that.
But, yeah, welcome to the podcast. We're really freaking excited. For people that are watching visually, because I'll also be uploading this on anywhere you can get podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, all that stuff.
Everywhere.
We have, well, for us it's a green screen, but this is our official artwork. I guess we'll get into that now since we're talking about it. This beautiful artwork was done by Damaris Contreras. She's amazing.
Amazing.
She is a 23 disabled artist, which is cool because I wanted to try. Not always obviously, but it was kind of cool to. I already liked her as an artist before even knowing she was disabled, so it was kind of cool that she also was disabled as well. Because obviously this is kind of disability, right?
This is disability.
But a little bit about Damaris. I asked her if she could kind of give me a little bit of her bio. She has a disease called AMC. I'm going to put it in the video, and sorry, auditory listeners, but I can't even pronounce.
Or people who are visually
or people who are visually impaired.
I'm so sorry. We could describe it to you.
Just look up AMC. It's a disease that affects some of her joints and stuff like that. It's very hard to pronounce, so I'm not going to try to butcher it. But it's called AMC. She is a mixed media artist who works with acrylics, inks, oils, clay, and digitally, as you see the beautiful art here, and the intro and the outro to this podcast. Her most recent artwork is about her experiences and struggles growing up as a disabled person in an inaccessible and ableist world. Through her artwork, she hopes to spread disability awareness by sharing her experiences as a disabled person. She hopes to start a conversation on topics such as ableism, inaccessibility, and the lack of accurate representation that there is in the media of disabled folks. Did I say that right?
Yes.
All right, cool. So, she's amazing.
Big shout out.
Yeah, big shout out to her.
Thank you so much.
Please follow her. She has 2 Instagrams.
Everyone.
I'm gonna put both of her Instagrams in the description as well here somewhere in the video.
Yeah, everyone follow her and send her messages because she did so amazing, and look how cute it is.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Literally, I was just like.
Added everything, like all the things about us.
Yeah. The only info I really gave her was that because it's disability, the first thing that came into my mind was the little Kermit the Frog meme, sipping the tea. So I was like, can you just do us as frogs? But everything else, it was all 100% her creative mind. So the fact that all I gave her was can you just do us as frogs? And she did this awesome, us, my chair has a soda cap wheel, her chair.
It's actually the cutest, most creative thing ever.
So, and also I would like to say that we have future plans with her as well. So look out for that. But again, shout out to Damaris.
Thank
I love
you.
you. You're great.
We love you.
We stand amazing artists.
We do.
So yeah, okay. Alright, so I think we should just kind of say, what is this podcast going to be? So again, I kind of like, it was kind of, Noah wasn't like in the picture in the beginning.
I wasn't here.
But I knew I wanted to start. You guys probably heard me talk about it in my YouTube videos before. If you've watched my YouTube, I'll put my YouTube in the description as well. But I've been wanting to start a podcast. I'm a talker. I enjoy having conversation on just about anything.
It's
and
literally all he does.
But also, I would say, it makes sense. She's my sister. Noelle's the same way. Noelle's a great talker. Me and her always have good conversations, and I feel like we could kind of talk to anyone.
I love talking to people.
So, so it's not only me, it's her. And, people always told me, like, hey, you should start a podcast, blah, blah, blah. And I think people would appreciate your take on things. Because me, I'm a person that, nothing in this world is black and white. It's a world of grays, right? So, I just feel like I'm kind of have a different take on things. I don't know.
So I'm going to keep scratching my nose.
And you as well.
Yeah. I will say I'm nervous because I've never done this before. So I feel like I'm acting weird.
You're not.
I feel like we'll ease into it.
Oh, yeah. Well, for sure.
But I think just to tell people, like, I feel like we're going to be talking about, like, many, many different things. Because when I was talking to Mikey, I was like, okay, so what is the flow of this? Like, are we just talking about disability? And he was like, no, we're talking about everything. And I was like, oh, shit. Okay. So just so you guys know, we're kind of talking about anything and everything. Like, to do with media, the news, disability, tea, in disability, but not in disability. Things we love, things we're excited about, things we're, scared of, things we've experienced.
Yeah.
And then as it goes along, like, we want to hear what everyone else wants to talk about, like, whether it has to do with disability or literally anything. All the things.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
Yeah, and do you mind if I interject real quick?
Yes, of course.
To add on to that, I'm actually glad that you clarified. So, exactly, what is the flow going to be of this show? Anything is kind of on the table. Again, like this show will be weekly unless something comes up. Obviously, God forbid. But we'll try to keep the show weekly, and I kind of want to talk about things that are important to us, and I feel like me and Noelle, not to blow smoke up our ass, but we kind of care about everything. we're caring people, so but that being said, speaking of which, I didn't know how I was gonna get to this, but so today Happy Memorial Day. We are filming on May 30th. This will probably go.
Happy Memorial Day.
This will probably go up tomorrow, May 31st. Shout out to all our veterans, at least the good ones that didn't commit war crimes, and
Oh my God.
So shout out to the good ones. And on that topic, so this is our first episode ever, right? And the big thing that happened this week is obviously the Uvalde shooting, and there was I had a co-host before Noelle that this is like 2 months ago. We were gonna film the show, but then something serious, because it's America, a similar thing happened where there was a shooting, and I wanted to talk about it, and that person felt uncomfortable and was like, essentially didn't want to talk about anything that serious. And to me, there's 2 reasons why I do want to talk about serious things like that. One, because it's important, and obviously there's going to be things that happen outside of our perspective. So, like things that happen towards different minority groups, and we can only speak from our perspective. And we also would like to, it's not going to only be me and Noel, we would love to have guest hosts and guest appearances in the future. So especially when we're talking about maybe even the thing that might be outside of our perspective, right? But yeah, it's just, it's important to talk about these things. And then number two, it's just, I don't feel comfortable, having a podcast where we talk about what's going on in the world, right? And then, what to say, something like Uvalde happened, just ignoring it. To me, that's just like, that feels a little bit tone deaf, you know what I mean? Because we're just ignoring it. Like, I'd rather acknowledge it. Obviously, we're not expert advocates. We're not claiming to be. We're not claiming to be, politicians or, Judy Human, or anybody like that. But we still enjoy talking about those things. And obviously, the hard topics, I don't want to say we enjoy talking about it, but I think it's important to spread awareness and give our perspectives.
Yeah, and I mean, I just want to add, too, I was kind of nervous to also talk about things that are very serious, like the shooting, and also other things that, like he was saying, like things that have happened to groups that we are not a part of. So I just want to clarify that, like, anything we speak about, I want to make sure it's, like, only uplifting the people that experienced it. And like he said, it's better to uplift it and talk about it in a way that's not, I don't know. I don't know.
No, I think what you're trying to say, you're making sense. It's better to talk about it. Obviously,
I want to make sure we talk about it
in a respectful way.
In the most appropriate way.
Of course.
As this is going on, I think it's important we take, like, feedback from other people. Mm-hmm. Like, whenever we talk about things, Because I never want it to be in a way that's wrong,
Listen, we're not... And we'll say this every time we talk about something that's serious like this, We're not claiming we're experts, right? We're just two humans, right? You know what I mean? With, I'm going to film school, she's going to school to become a counselor for hospital children. Yeah. Well, child life specialist, which is a form of counselor, kind of.
I'm a psychology major.
Yeah. So, we're just, I feel like everybody talks about what's going on in the world, you know what I mean? And, I had another host that was like, okay, I'm okay to talk about something, but, like, I want, you have to give me, like, 1 to 2 weeks to prepare.
I also think it's important that we respect that those people also are correct in their feelings about it. No. Some people are not comfortable,
First of all, I'm not giving names.
Speaking on those things.
But yeah, I'm not giving names, and I'm also not trying to shame anybody. We can only speak from our perspective, but, like, the point I'm trying to make is that we're trying to be...
Like, it is very uncomfortable.
In this podcast, and don't you think it makes us uncomfortable? We're obviously uncomfortable, too. But, to me, what's important is authenticity, right? And we're not going to be experts on everything. We're not claiming we're experts, you know what I mean? But to me, like Noah was saying before, it's better to talk about something than to just not bring it up at all, right? Like, I feel like that's worse and more tone deaf to be like, okay, here's what's going on in the world, and then we don't acknowledge that horrific thing that happened. But that being said, though, because this, going forward, we will talk about serious things, but, excuse me, I spurts. Because this is our introduction, what was it? Introduction episode, I guess.
Our premiere.
Our premiere. And, it's supposed to be kind of an exciting thing. We are going to put off talking about the Uvalde shooting, and also before that, the Buffalo shooting. We're gonna put that off probably until next week.
We just, especially I was saying, I feel it's a major disrespect to include that when we're, like, opening up a podcast.
Yeah, I agree.
About ourselves, when this is literal lives that were lost, and that's just weird to be like, oh my god, hey, and then talk about that. But just know we're sending our love we're thinking, and we're gonna save it for an episode where we could. It's all we talk about.
Yeah, it could be.
Because I just don't think it's something we should mix in with fun things and happy things. That's totally uncomfortable for me to do, and
especially
it's just awful.
Especially an intro episode, which is supposed to be exciting because, like, hey, nobody knew about this. Only like close friends knew that we were starting this podcast. So this is supposed to be a very happy, like, hey, let's go, celebratory thing. So I agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the future, and we will always put a trigger warning. I will let you know. We will be talking about these hard to talk about things. But I think me and Noah both agree, and
sometimes we don't.
Yeah, I think. Well, that's the interesting thing. There's definitely be things we don't agree on, which is, again, no one's gonna be 100% agree with everyone. But
you will see me fight with him a lot.
But excuse me. I think it is important to talk about. I just. Yeah, I don't want to say I'm excited to get there, but I'm excited to spread awareness. That's really the thing,
Yeah.
That's kind of.
I just think it'll be necessary, I guess.
Yeah, because I feel like
the world we're living in.
Yeah, especially America.
But we always want to do it in the best way.
Yeah.
And I was about to say especially me, not that you don't, but I'm more of a person who I guess I'm more I don't know.
We're both nervous. I just think
sometimes, I just want to make sure I could spread all the right information at all the right time for all the people that deserve to,
listen,
be uplifted.
We're both anxious about it, but it's I don't want to say it's good anxiety, but it shows that we care, so yeah, like we said, going forward in the future when we do talk about these things, we would like to have other hosts to maybe give their perspective as well.
Oh yeah.
But that's we won't always be able to get that, but so that's we wanted to address that, so we will address this awful thing that happened.
And anything that you guys feel like needs to be talked about, or let's say something happened in your community that's not getting enough attention because that happens way too often.
Yeah.
Please tell us,
Oh, please do.
Yeah.
I was planning on doing it towards the end of the episode, but since we're actually on topic, this will be a weekly show, so please comment below what you want us to talk about, or if we've missed anything or anything like that. Just an open forum. So, and even though it's DisabiliTEA, it's for everyone, even our able-bodied folk. So
everyone, all people.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah. So don't be scared to talk, even if you aren't. Yeah, it's not like that. It's just we like the name. That's really it.
Yeah, it's a cute name.
Yeah. So okay, and then so we're also we would like to do segments and stuff like that in the future, I don't know, kind of anything's on the table, I don't know, top 5 most ableist stories that have ever happened to us, or
disability in relationships.
Yeah, we would love. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. His experience, my non-existent experience, but something, I guess. Whatever you guys also want to suggest about disability. I feel like there's a lot of funny stories that we have to get into.
Yeah. So. Yeah, please give us some inspiration. We're definitely looking at things as we speak. And that's the cool thing about podcasts. We are shooting, one week it might be an hour, 1 week it may be 3 hours. We're kind of open to how long it's going to be. So
when he was telling you about this, he was like, it's going to be 3 hours. I was like, 3 hours?
I'm saying if it gets there.
Maybe it will be. Maybe it will be, but yeah, I guess I don't know what to expect.
I'm just saying it's an open forum. The thing I like about podcasts.
People get sick of us.
The thing I like about
3 hours.
The thing. Ew, my fucking mosquito bite is leaking.
Ew, leaking what?
Oh, juices. That's gross.
Okay.
The thing I like about podcasts compared to YouTube videos is that you have to kind of keep YouTube videos concise, and even then I struggle. My average YouTube video is half an hour long, But podcasts, at least the podcasts I watch, they go for hours. So so we're excited to kind of dip our disabled toes into everything. So now again, we might change the layout before we get into like the fun like tea, which we have a name of that segment. I do we will talk about the serious things first. We're saving the big stuff, but I did want to acknowledge rest in peace, Ray Liotta.
Yes.
That just happened. If you don't know Ray Liotta, he's an actor, legendary actor. He was best known for Goodfellas, Field of Dreams, stuff like that. He's a little bit even more important to first of all, I'm like a film major and I love film, so that's like the reason why I felt the need to say that. Also, he grew up where we lived.
Yeah.
Where we live actually still. So he went to our high school and literally grew up there from his childhood.
Yeah.
So rest in peace, Ray Liotta.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, he passed away at 67 in his sleep. They're saying it's natural. It was in Dominican Republic.
That was so sad to hear.
While he's filming a movie. Yeah, it definitely sucked. So you watched Goodfellas before, right? Like pieces of it at least, right?
In the background.
Yeah, you're not as big into movies like that.
I love movies. I love
Have you
rom-coms.
ever watched Marriage Story?
Yeah.
He's the lawyer in Marriage Story. Remember the lawyer for Adam Driver?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's in there's other things I'm forgetting that he's in too.
Yeah. I love that movie.
But he's an awesome actor. He's an awesome guy.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't really know who this guy is, but what people talked about him, they said, especially we have a town forum. There were so many nice stories. Our aunt even got his autograph before.
Yeah, he's the major person of our town.
Yeah, he would come.
Well, obviously.
He would come visit. He was adopted too, and he would come visit every his mom and his dad.
Yeah.
Every Christmas. So all the stories I saw was always that he was a gentleman. Even when he was the height of his fame, he would wait online at the drugstore, stuff like that. So, rest in peace, Ray Liotta.
Rest in peace.
That shit sucked. Okay. Now into.
Mind you, we're very messy with this. We don't really have a flow yet.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what he's talking about. To be honest, he just told me to gather things I wanted to talk about, and I said okay.
We're gonna get into it. Don't worry.
So are we going back and forth?
No. So now we're gonna start right because you don't have anything serious to talk about, right?
Well, I didn't know we were talking about anything serious.
That's the only thing I wanted to talk about.
Because I have something that's serious, but it's not really serious. Well, it's serious, but it's very much media.
Okay. Well, it's up to you. It's up to you because if not, then I was gonna start the tea time segment.
Okay.
So do you think it can fit there, or do you want to talk about it now? It's fine.
Well, it's serious. But
Alright, so let's talk about it. Here, go.
Okay. I'll just talk about it.
You're the co-host. Me and her, we signed an agreement, everything. We are 50-50, creators and owners and everything. So
I'm
go
so sorry.
By the way, I should say, I actually have iced tea in this glass.
I have Pepsi in mine.
Yeah.
Because that's basically all I drink. But
cheers.
Yeah, I think I want to. Thank you for that. I guess I'll talk about this now. Well, we'll talk about this because I don't want to put it in tea time. It's tea because it's kind of not positive, but it's Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. So I don't really know where to begin with it, but obviously I'm pretty sure we all know about it. Pretty sure. If you don't know, Johnny Depp is suing Amber Heard for defamation for an op-ed she wrote.
By the way, it's the most famous thing happening in the world.
I know, but
people
I'm just gonna say it. I don't know.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah. So,
I want to give people some background. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know, and I just felt like this is something we should talk about because everyone's talking about it, and it brings up a lot of things, none which our opinions really matter, but I guess it's interesting to talk about. It's also sad, and I don't really know, I don't know, what do you have to say about it?
Well, it's funny because actually I wanted to talk about him as well, so I'll just talk about that as well. Did you see what happened on, I think it was yesterday?
In London?
Yeah, so he, after his 7-week defamation, I'll put everything up in the video that we're looking at here on our laptops, but, he, showed up and surprised, people at a, what was it? I think it was a Jeff something, I think it is his name. But at a concert.
Yeah, some kind of concert.
Some legend. I forget why I'm forgetting his name, but in Sheffield, in England.
Yeah.
And
This is just as the trial ended.
So it's funny because I am team Johnny Depp. I think most people are.
I do too.
But I do want to say, what did you think about that?
Him showing up to that?
Yeah, to a concert after a 7-week deliberation. Or not
honestly,
not deliberation, sorry, case. And then,
honestly, I wasn't surprised. One, I do want to say I'm also leaning towards Johnny Depp because I truly do believe he's a victim of abuse. I mean, there's proof of it, there's evidence of it, and it is something I just think we need to talk about more, how men are abused a lot, and they are, in this society, told to not speak out about it, and it makes me really sad, and like they have to hide it.
By the way, I'm sorry, I was looking it up. It was a Jeff Beck concert.
Yeah.
In Sheffield City Hall.
Right.
City Hall. Which
I totally wasn't surprised he showed up to that, mind you. His personality is very much like that.
Well, he's done it. He's done his entire. I mean, that's you even heard it in the trial, her mocking him for his old guitar friends. Meanwhile, all of them are like legends, like rock stars. But
so yeah, I think I mainly wanted to bring up this trial just to talk about how shitty it is. So, men are, abused and told to not speak out and that they're weak and lame and all oh, you can't get abused by a woman or whatever. And then, but I also want to say, obviously, this happens to women all the time too, so I think it's important, I don't know, it's hard. I mean, if Amber was abused, I feel awful, but it's I also know he was abused too. It's a crazy, it's
I mean, it's messy for sure.
It's a messy case, but I just wanted to bring up the point of men.
Oh well, yeah, we're talking about it. I mean, obviously, everyone's talking about it.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, just based off of the evidence, I mean, I think it's clear to say that who was the more abusive one in the relationship.
Physically.
Not to say that Johnny's an angel or innocent himself.
Yeah, I don't want it to be oh, sweet Johnny.
Yeah.
Because I do think a lot of people are doing that.
Yeah, the fan cams are a little weird and stuff like that.
I think he's definitely charming. Because, he has that, he just is like that, I guess. But, what the internet does, sweet little Johnny.
Listen, there's always going to be people, I see people that are straight up Amber Heard all the way, so.
Right, which is also,
I just think, listen, if, again, everything's not black and white. I mean, I think he even admitted that he, I think he said, he pushed her, and by accidentally, when he pushed her, he, headbutted her a little bit. I don't know. But, so he's admitted to doing some messy stuff himself. That being said, she was being caught in multiple lies.
Right.
Literally caught, and
literally caught saying, go, you, Johnny Depp, tell the world that you're a victim, no, and see who will believe you. And it's just, sickening. And, there's just so many so much evidence of this person hurting him, and it just is terrible.
I think the reason why I wanted to bring up the gig is, I'll admit, me personally, I would have not, if I was him, I would have not went to a concert when the case is still being, the case isn't closed. But, I also, this trial has been going on for 7 weeks now.
Yeah.
And if you're a person, I was putting myself in his shoes, right? If I'm a person, if I know I'm innocent, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I might, especially, it's obviously been stressful for him, right? It's not an easy thing to do, to be in court and his whole life has been messed up because of this, right? He lost all his jobs. People think he's an abuser, all this stuff.
Yeah.
So I could understand why you would want to, because it's not like he's never done anything like this. He's known for rocking out with his friends and showing up. So at first I was a little bit judgmental, but then I was like, honestly, I mean, I don't really fucking blame him, so.
I think, he knows, he's, I guess, done, what he could do. He's, shared
his story,
his truth. I also love his legal team.
Yeah,
I will say.
I just feel like, because, me, going into this trial, I really was, not taking anybody's side.
Yeah.
Even though already, even before the trial, there were some things that were shady, like the shit in the bed and all this stuff that was, one day her having bruises, one day she didn't.
Yeah.
But to be fair to Johnny, if it was a woman with that amount of evidence against the man, I mean, people would be like, lock this man up, right? So I just think the amount of evidence, the amount of people he has in his corner, even his ex-partners that didn't even have to speak up. People like Winona Ryder saying, we broke up on was it agreeable to, when you said you both decided to break up?
Mutual?
It was a mutual. Yeah, it was a mutual breakup. Even people like her are saying he would never do that. He's still my best friend. All this stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just and honestly, anybody with common sense, you watch the trial, look at the way he talks compared to the way she talks.
Yeah.
So.
And it's I'm no psychologist, but it just feels I don't know. And also I wanted to add too, before this, I didn't know much about Johnny Depp. That's like I was saying before, I've never been
you weren't a stan.
I've never been a major Johnny Depp stan, so that's why I don't want to be
I definitely was.
Of course I knew Johnny Depp, and we all know young Johnny Depp, he was always heartthrob, so cute, obviously, his movies, but then I saw all this and I was like, wow, this is terrible, and I feel needs to be a lot of awareness around it. And like you were saying before, if it was a woman, maybe showing all this proof, even though
the case would have been done.
Women's voices are silenced a lot.
No, of course.
I will say.
Well, but that's why I just want to add onto that. That's why though it's even more important, because if Amber Heard, which it seems like, was lying about the things that he did, and she went all the way. She didn't only say that he physically abused her, but he also said sexually as well, right? That's fucked up, because think about all the women who really were sexually abused, and now, and a lot of those voices, like you said, are silenced.
Yeah.
And now you have a person that people were listening to her, and it seems like, based on the evidence, it seems like she's lying, right?
Yeah.
So it's just now you're making all the other women, that have actual stories, it's not right for all those reasons. So.
Yeah. And I mean, we'll see what happens. If there is truth to her, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah, but listen, I mean,
the
evidence is there.
I know.
So we're not claiming to be judges. We'll see what happens. Today's Monday, so they go back tomorrow. Do you think there's going to be a...
Tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow they go back to deliberating. We could get a verdict.
Oh, to deliver. Yeah.
We could get a verdict.
A verdict.
What do you think's gonna happen? First of all, do you think we're gonna get a verdict tomorrow?
Maybe. I don't know though.
Because they had all day Friday, and then they didn't do it today. Today was closed.
I'm thinking Wednesday.
I could see that, but who do you think's win?
Oh, I feel so scared.
I know.
I mean, I truly do believe justice deserves to be served for Johnny Depp. I really, truly do.
But do you think that he's gonna win?
I do.
You think he's gonna win?
I do. Because I don't want to say I've been watching every single day of all this, but the evidence from Amber Heard is not there. Meaning it's like very.
I mean, it's all over the place.
It's not concrete. It's not enough. Like it's just it's not enough. Like it's a lot of like just saying things and throwing it in
and also
text messages and I don't know.
Also in the American court system, if you're caught in one lie, which she's even admitted, right? Like she was caught in a lie with the TMZ and the makeup palette and so much other shit too.
Right.
Once you're caught in one lie, automatically lawyers, because it's smart, obviously, not only smart but it makes sense. If you're caught in one lie, people are like, okay, well you can't even trust your word.
Yeah.
Because if you're lying about this, why would you lie about X, Y, Z? So, I do have a feeling that he will win. But I will say
because on top of all the evidence, honestly, people love this guy. Like literally, I don't know if that's what people on the jury can do.
Mm-hmm.
I think they told them to not use their own opinion. I don't know how it works, but we've all seen. Do you know what I mean? People literally freak out for this guy, even in the room. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, that shouldn't really matter because again, just because you're loved doesn't mean that you're not gonna do bad things. You know?
No, I know.
But listen.
But I'm saying I feel I don't know if people on the jury are also they're fans of him, and I don't know.
We will see. I mean, I think even if he does lose, I'm hoping. I don't trust Hollywood because they've been getting some things wrong lately. Even if he does lose, so much of his name was cleared off here. He wasn't. He wasn't the abuser that Amber said he was.
Right.
If he was an abuser, he wasn't that. Yeah, I mean, it might have been a toxic relationship, but he wasn't an abuser, right? So Hollywood should do the right thing, even if he does lose, and give him his roles back. I mean, especially if you're gonna have Amber still being Aquaman and shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
So
overall, I just think this was a really whatever way it happens, if he wins, if he doesn't, whatever happens, he got his story out, and honestly, I think maybe, helped open eyes to that men face abuse too.
Yeah, I feel like this is the first big man being abused case.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's been other ones. So I'm not saying he was the first, but at least the one that was in public spotlight, and it happens, especially with disabled men. Believe me, I have experienced that, and I have a lot of friends that have experienced that. So, anyways, okay, I understand why you wanted to bring that up before. That was smart, by the way.
Yeah, so
that was smart. Before
hope we spoke of all the things.
We'll see next week.
Yeah.
And I'm glad. Obviously, we're not going to go into everything. The case is a 7-week case. I do recommend if you want to get fully into the case and get all the unbiased information and stuff like that. Emily D. Baker, do you know her? She's great. She's been.
I don't know if
she's been covering the trial. She live streams the trial. I think she's a lawyer as well. She's an expert at this shit, she's been literally having a million viewers per stream on YouTube.
That's so cool.
Yeah, she's great. I recommend her, and obviously do your own research, you know.
Yeah,
but,
and I think overall this just shows like abuse is such a serious thing.
Yeah.
That not only needs to be raised awareness of for high profile people, but personally, and I don't know, day-to-day lives, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, after that, it is time. Let me just. I don't know why this didn't update yet. It is time for tea time.
Tea time. We have like a thing.
I'm gonna have. Yeah, I already have an idea. I'm gonna do a transition, so don't worry.
Tea time.
Tea time. Now it's time to talk about things that aren't as serious.
Yes.
All right, I'll start off first, and I'm gonna have that bounce off of you. All right, so this was actually just announced, literally 2 seconds ago, or maybe not 2 seconds ago, an hour ago.
2 seconds ago.
Today was the 1 year anniversary of Bo Burnham releasing Inside. If you guys haven't watched Inside, please watch it. Please. I know unfortunately sometimes TikTok, they do the thing where like they make popular stuff kind of seem cringy, like with like some of the fan bases and stuff like that. Like, you know, Rick and Morty is a good example, or Euphoria, right? Which are both great shows. I recommend checking them out. So sometimes, like, I remember being apprehensive to Euphoria because like there was just so much of like kind of like that TikTok internet, like kind of like cringy atmosphere. If you know what I'm saying, I think you kind of understand. So but really great shows. But anyways, Inside is one of those such an amazing special. Please watch it. And he just announced that he uploaded a unused, like uncut version. I'll put the tweet up here. With more songs that he didn't use in the main special.
Also, I hope our audio is still recording.
That's cool. What?
Our audio on your phone.
It is.
It's yellow.
What? Yeah, it is.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so we had technical difficulties with the main mic.
Literally so many.
It should be working, but in case the main mic isn't working, I'm also recording audio on my phone, so...
I'm so scared.
We're gonna figure this out. But, yeah, what did he tweet? He tweeted, a year ago today I released a special called Inside. I've spent the last 2 months editing together material that I shot for the special, but didn't end up using. It will be on my YouTube channel, 1 hour. I hope you enjoyed.
Ooh.
So that's exciting. Again, if you don't know Inside, he recorded this special, like, he's a stand-up comedian, but he does music, though, so it's, like, very different. Like, he's, like, super talented dude. But, he filmed the whole special during COVID in his room, like, in his house, one room. And he did everything. It was a one-man show. He wrote the music. He produced the music. He did the cinematography.
Yeah.
All the stuff, all by himself, which is pretty cool. And especially, we've all went through the pandemic. So especially going in that space of, like, him creating it during the pandemic, like, it hits different. So definitely recommend checking that out. I'm excited to see the unused stuff. But
yeah, I loved it.
Yes.
Well,
yeah, you liked it a lot.
Inside. I mean, we didn't look at what came out. What he posted today.
Oh yeah.
But I loved a lot of the songs and just everything about it. It was really good. So go Burnham.
Check it out, guys. Seriously.
Yeah.
Do you want to go next?
Okay, should I?
Yeah, go.
Okay. So, oh my god. I feel like I have so much power. So, when I was thinking of things I want to talk about that were fun and exciting and what's going on, immediately it is Harry Styles. So to start off my part of the segment with a bang, we're going to talk about the release of Harry Styles' third album, Harry's House, just came out on May 20th. So I really feel like we need to like delve in to this. Truly, I think this is something we need to speak about. I knew this is something we had to talk about.
It's definitely an uplifting one. I will say.
This is an uplifting, you know. I just think we totally need to talk about Harry for a while. And I know he's a very loved man, because how can he not be? But for the people watching who may not, you know, listen to Harry, what are you doing? But also, this is your chance.
I will say, Noelle is definitely a bit of a fangirl of Harry Styles, but if you want another opinion on the album,
hold on.
I know, I agree. You wouldn't like a person if they would have good if they don't have good music. I know.
Hold on.
But I'm a huge music nerd.
I am as well.
Even people like some of my biggest, I don't know, like people that I'm into. You know, I'm not gonna always disappointedly like their music. I like to usually, whenever a new album comes out, I like to listen to one song at a time, and
me too.
If I like it, I'll add it. I won't add the whole album just because.
I add the whole album because I've loved this man for years.
It's actually, I was impressed. I think it's his best album yet, for sure.
Well, we're gonna talk about it.
It's very different. All right,
hold on.
There's only so much we can talk about. We're not breaking down the whole entire Harry Styles album, song by song.
No, but we're gonna talk. You're taking over my. Let me have a moment with it.
All right.
You said we have a 3-hour podcast. I've just started speaking about it.
All right.
Number one.
Go off, sis.
Because he holds a very near and dear place in my heart, and he always has. And yes, I am, of course, am a fangirl for him, but it's also very much deeper than that. He brings a lot of like comfort and sunshine to me, and I think that's what a lot of people say. You sound like
a religious person talking about like God, like
yes.
how God affects.
I mean, them. Yes.
You sound like a cult member talking about, you know, what's his name? Charles Manson.
Yes.
He just changes my life, and he's just.
Well, I mean, he did, because when I got into Harry, it was 2018 when his self-titled album came out, and someone from my hospital reached out to me. Well, my child life specialist, I love her so much, and this
explain what a child life specialist is, though.
Okay, yes, so that's the profession I want to go into. It basically is a person who helps children, babies, teenagers who are in the hospital, whether they're going, you know, for whatever it may be, if they're getting treatment.
I'm just going to turn a little bit, by the way, if you don't mind.
Okay. If they're getting treatment, if they're, oh my God.
Sorry.
Jesus.
Sorry. There we go.
Well, what is this? Anyways.
Sorry to interrupt.
If they're getting treatment, if they're getting things like I used to get Spinraza, which was a treatment for my
any sort of hospital stuff.
Anything.
Yeah.
And I help kids through like medical play, medical, you know, education, by teaching them through toys, and just mentally being there for them.
It's kind of like, I know it's not the same thing, but you have to agree that a good example is almost like a hospital counselor. You're very much there for the kids' mental health and to help them through a traumatic thing, and you help them in any way, if you know, giving them an iPad or giving them, if they want somebody to talk to about.
Yeah, it's really personalized to each kid.
Yeah.
And like what age they are.
You need a psychology major, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean.
Yeah. So yeah, but basically that goes back into my child life specialist, which I love her so much.
Yeah.
She was literally like my best friend when I was in the hospital.
What was her first name?
Jen.
Yeah. You still keep in contact with her, right?
I do.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jen. Yeah. I don't know if she's gonna see this, but
she was her child life specialist during your back surgery, right?
Yeah, and my feeding tube surgery, which is a whole other story, but.
Yeah, we'll get into this. We'll probably put a whole episode into that stuff.
But she's so special. Changed my life to what I want to do, and also was just like a best friend when I was in the hospital. So one day, it was in June, I was at the hospital, not the one where I met her, but a hospital here in New Jersey where I would get my Spinraza injections. And the injections are basically like a shot, like an epidural that goes in your back. And they're very hard, like in my experience. Sometimes they go really easily.
I mean, like it's like an epidural. You're getting a injection into
like,
your spinal cord,
right?
I mean, your spinal sac, whatever.
If you get, I would get lucky sometimes, and like I would be in the perfect position.
Yeah, but it was always like at least a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, but there would be some times when like it would go really good, and it would take like really quick.
I think also though, like you're good at pain. Even the times that I'm like good, you're still getting a fucking 10-inch needle in your spine.
Yeah, right. So. Yes. So I remember this was one of the days when I had a bad one. Like.
By the way, Spinraza is, for you people that may not know, it was the first ever treatment for a disease. It starts helping us build back that muscle. We should really not go too deep into that because we should devote a whole episode into that. But our disease is we regress. Is that the word, right? As we get older, we get weaker. So this treatment was the first ever one that not only stopped that but reversed it. But you would need a spinal injection every 4 months after the loading doses. We'll get into that, but just get more into the Harry Styles.
Sorry, I'm going.
Yeah, so the hospital, her hospital that she went to, I only went there 2 times when I was sick.
I'm telling the story, love.
But I'm gonna setting you up again, so I'm gonna hand the mic back into you. But the hospital, which is in this case Columbia Presbyterian in New York, one of the best hospitals in the world. They're awesome. They always do nice things for their patients. Like the hospital where I got my surgery, they didn't do any of that shit. But so they do nice things for their kids, and even after years after they were done, they still follow up. And
also, sorry, I keep touching my hair and fixing it. I do that a lot.
You have to apologize.
But anyways,
there's half of these people aren't going to even be looking at you.
Oh.
Right, but anyway.
Well, jeez.
No, I'm
they are.
Well, don't forget.
No, you're right.
Don't leave out our auditory.
They're probably not.
Don't leave out our auditory listeners.
I know.
I feel like that's a word, right? Auditory.
Sorry. Yes.
All right. So so go. So she contacts you with Columbia saying they're giving away.
No, wait. Why are you telling my story for me?
All right. All right.
This is what he tries to do. So basically.
I'm trying to speed you up here.
Mikey, we've barely been talking about this.
I
want to have a 3-hour podcast. It's fine, and I know the listeners are going to want to hear this. I've been wanting to talk about this on a platform for so long. This is so special.
You're right. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm an asshole.
It's okay. No, you're not. Kind of. It's okay. No, it's fine. So, after the spinal injection, this was a really hard one. It took so long. It hurt. And I was literally, in tears in the, room that you go in after, and you have to, lay down for an hour. And I get a call from my child life specialist, and she's like, "Hey, Noelle, so, we got a call, Harry Styles' manager, partnered with this, foundation, and wants to, give away tickets to his show. I was in, a few days, and you could, literally, they gave me, it was, 12 tickets.
In a suite.
In a suite.
In Madison Square Garden.
For free. Mind you, I had not listened to Harry before this. How sad.
Me either.
I was, 15?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got to go, too.
Well, yeah.
And I haven't been to a lot of concerts. That was, my first ever real concert.
It was at Madison Square Garden.
I've ever been to.
And I love concerts so much. I love music. Concerts are, my favorite place to be. And
our family grew up with music.
Yeah, I love singing. I do it sometimes on my Instagram.
We'll put both our Instagrams in here and everything as well. So
you don't have to follow if you don't want.
You don't have to.
But
you should.
So I of course said yes because I was like, oh my god, concert, and it's Harry. I was like, okay, But what's crazy to me is that, like, this news came in on such a hard day, and then ever since that day, he just, like, has this special place in my heart.
Well, I'll admit, I forgot, I didn't know, that makes actually more sense. That's actually a pretty nice story. I didn't know you got that news the day of your,
Yeah.
Wait, was that the first ever one you got? Or no?
No.
That was like one of the ones after?
It was a few months after the first one.
Because me and her, so we both tried to get it done, but I had spinal fusion done at a young age.
Yeah.
We like to jokingly call it the ghetto version, because it's so it was before they had all these advancements, right?
Okay.
So because my spine is so fused, like I had it at 8 years old, they weren't able to get to my spinal sac, which is like where the medicine goes into.
Yeah.
So the first day, me and her both tried to get it. Actually, the first time I had a panic attack, I didn't even get it done. And then the second time that you went in, I actually did sit down, and I literally, they stabbed me for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like literally stabbed me 10 times.
And it just wouldn't go in.
And it just wouldn't go in. And luckily, I'm not going to give any names because I don't know if she's allowed to say this. But the doctor that was working with me on that was like, listen, Mike, I work in the trials for the oral version. I don't want to say it's the oral version. It's separate drug, but it works in the same way, kind of. There's an oral version of the drug coming out, and she said it has to be in the next couple of years because they're already doing human trials, and it was already showing great. Not only was it showing great results, but even better results because you take it every day orally, and it goes through your entire body versus just an injection into your spine every 4 months. So she was like, "You're not gonna die anytime soon. You know, hang in there." Not coming. Well, I mean, this is the past, so whatever. But so I wasn't there with you.
No.
I wasn't there with you, so that's why I'm actually. This is kind of my first time. I didn't know you got that.
Yeah.
That call at the day of your injection.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's very emotional.
Very.
So
very.
he came in. He came in, like, in a really hard day, and then it's just crazy because since then, any hard days I had, it's just like, he's there. And I know that sounds so cheesy, but I literally do not care. I'm cheesy. We're cheesy together. And he's just warmth. And so yeah, I remember going to this concert. I was so excited. And I was like, oh my god, concert, woohoo. Still didn't know any of his songs except Sign of the Times. Like, how basic am I? I know. I even watched him perform Madison live. And I didn't know it. I literally didn't know it.
Well, I should also say, though, we also found one of the people that we both are in love with.
Casey Musgraves.
Casey Musgraves opened up for him.
Yeah.
And that was before she blew up because she had like that big album that she just had.
Which I love her.
And she ended up winning, I think, winning the Best Country Album Grammy for that.
Yeah, she did.
But she opened as well. We were like, we didn't know who this girl was either, so we were like...
So sad.
I mean, we love music in general, so we were excited, but we weren't that excited. But then, literally every song...
we were excited.
Every song she played, we were like, oh, we kind of like this.
And it kind of was a beautiful thing because, like, going to a concert where you actually don't know anything, and then you're just, like, in shock.
I was also stoned.
I wasn't, but I kind of felt like I was.
Absolutely blasted. We brought my friend too.
Yeah, we brought.
Don't say names. But
oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if
I was about to say. I was like, we brought.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I remember just being there, and then he came out, and I'm not even kidding. Something shifted in the room.
Oh my god.
And no, it's serious. And many people say this. I've been to. I don't want to say many, like, I've been to so many concerts in my life. But I've been to some concerts in my life, and there's no space that inviting and, like, fun. I don't know how to explain it.
I will say he's a great performer. And he seems like a great person.
Oh, he is.
But, no, I've been to a couple concerts now since then. Definitely, the most fun concert, and there's something just different with live music. Like, so there's songs, I think some people, I've seen people say this before, but I feel like there's songs that like are good live, but then like maybe aren't like as enjoyable like studio version. And even like some of his songs that I don't want to say that they're bad songs, his songs that like I wouldn't listen to like on my playlist. Even like him performing them live is like, damn, like this is fun. Like I'll admit, I'm not that big of a fan of Madison. I don't think it's a bad song. I'm gonna say I'm not the biggest.
Did you guys just hear that?
Yeah. But every song he did was a lot of fun.
Okay.
Every song, and he did You're the one I want.
Yeah, with Casey.
Yeah, with Casey. Yeah, he brought her out.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was a great concert. That was fun.
Yeah, and you know, of course.
I remember because it was a hard time for me too mentally. Sorry, I just wanted to add some
That's
stuff.
Okay.
I got a little teary eyed.
Me too.
Because because also I'm a huge music person. I make music like on the side, and maybe one day we'll actually release it. But I write music. I make music. I love music. It's like my second love, right behind film and YouTube and this stuff. And like just like all the history, because it was my first time ever at Madison Square Garden.
Oh.
Just knowing like all that history that was there, like
it was so
everywhere from Elvis, everyone from Elvis to Michael Jackson to the Beatles, you know, everyone. Like, and then like he also, and then he got emotional too.
He gets emotional a lot.
But he really like teared up.
And that's what I love about him.
And I think he saw us.
Mind you, we're all the way at the top.
No, we weren't all the way at the top. Because what was cool, because halfway during his show, at least for that tour, he came during Sweet Creature. He comes to the other side of the.
Well, yeah, he comes. Okay, so
like literally right up to the gate, like
he
the
crosses,
fans.
and then and I was like, oh, he sees me, he sees me, he sees me. My main character moment, it felt like, and you know, of course, like I fell in love with him, and I know that sounds like stupid because of course you know he's a beautiful man, obviously.
Yeah, you can't
like
find, you can't find men.
He's
beautiful.
He's perfect. But like I fell in love with just like who he is and how he made me feel. I was like dancing, and usually I'm like kind of weird at like dancing.
You're
like
awkward.
I don't. Well, yeah, because I'm like I always feel like I look disabled.
Yeah, you
crippled
fuck.
That's internalized ableism. Looking disabled is not bad.
By the way,
nobody's a good. Tells you.
I'll tell you this right now. Nobody. I mean, obviously, maybe people that like major in dancing, but other than that, nobody's a good dancer. It's all about belief.
Yeah.
But he just. As long as you look like you're having fun and you believe in yourself.
What I love about him is he always says like, be whoever you want to be. Like every single show he does, be the person you've always wanted to be. Like, he's just.
You still always see the recording side, right?
What?
It's still recording.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So.
Your eyes are crazy. I don't know how you see that far.
I see everything.
That's scary.
Yeah, I do.
Alright, but get to back to his album.
Yeah,
right.
So I just wanted to give that backstory of why he's a special person and how he came into my life. And then from that day, whoa, it's just the love affair grew.
Yeah, if you guys couldn't tell.
So it's been what? 4 years? Wait, am I dumb? Oh my god.
It was 2018, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been 4 years.
Sorry. I thought it was wrong. But anyways, so yeah, I went on to listen to him during my spinal injections. Sunflower Volume 6 was a big one. Carried me through everything, every part of him. I was lucky enough to go to Love on Tour last year.
Yeah,
also life-changing. I went with his girlfriend, Kylie. It was insane. But now I want to talk about Harry's house. Just a little bit. It's insane. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful.
Well, remember, people also need to make their own opinion on it.
No, I'm giving my opinion. My opinion is it's insane and beautiful, and it's a fact to me. I respect your opinion if you...
No, you get mad. You don't respect your opinion if you don't think Harry's good.
Well, because I'm just like, how? How? That what he stands for love and peace and, like, awareness, and But, so I just wanted to say...
But it released last week, right?
Yes.
Just about, right?
Yeah, it'll be 2 weeks this week on Friday. And so, yeah, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. First of all, I'm so proud of him because I was saying with some of my friends, like he said, this album feels like the most like him. And when I listen to it, I'm like, this is Harry. Like, whoa. And I just...
It's definitely the most different album, too.
It's so groovy.
In a good way. It's very, on music nerd terms, very 70s inspired, 70s, 80s, a lot of jazz. I watched a little bit of his Zane Lowe interview.
Yeah.
And it made a lot of sense. He even said that, like, he had a lot of inspiration. He wanted to just, like, trick it.
Why am I sweating?
He wanted to, I don't know, it's hot.
Is it because I'm talking about him? Jesus.
He wanted to trip to Italy with his friend and, like, just drove from, like, I don't know, he said Europe. So he drove through Europe to Italy and then drove alone back. And spent a lot of time there just, like, listening to, like, his stepdad's, like, old records of, like, jazz and stuff and, like, old Italian music and stuff like that. So, it's very, it's got a very unique feel. It's very retro and it's different.
It's nostalgic.
Each song is different, and out of the 13 songs because it's 13 songs, right, the album, I downloaded 11, so.
I believe there's...
Yeah. Or 12, maybe. But I downloaded everything except for the 2. But what's this video you have here?
Oh. So before I get into the video really quickly, shush.
Wait, are we gonna get copyrighted for this? What is this?
No.
Well, what is
I'll
this?
get into it in a sec.
Oh, okay.
This is my segment.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. But yeah, I was just saying it like, the album makes me feel like I'm floating and walking. So I...
Wait, in which
I can't walk, but...
No, but which order? Float, like walking first?
I walk first.
Okay.
Then I float, then I hit the ground hard.
Okay.
Like I crash when like it's Matilda, you know, coming on. So I highly, please recommend listen to the album if you haven't. And I just wanted to talk about him because he's very special to me. And I wanted to talk about, just really quickly.
Wait.
Hold on. I just wanted to say some of my favorite lyrics.
Oh my.
It's just, come on, I just want to
This girl, I'm looking at, I just see her. You did not make.
I did.
Babe, I just called you babe. Oh my god.
I'm gonna throw up. Why did you just call me that?
Because, like, obviously, it happens when you have a girlfriend. You call her babe. Sorry.
Yeah, I forgot that. Some significant.
You cannot read all that.
No, I'm just gonna read a few.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Because
she literally has bullet.
These lyrics hold like significance to my life. I want to just read a few.
Oh my god.
So one is from Keep Driving, which is I'm getting it tattooed with my friends.
I will say that shows a lot of commitment because you only have 2 tattoos. So
yeah.
You wouldn't get it unless you liked.
No, that song does something to me. So one of the lyrics that are my favorite is hash brown egg yolk, I will always love you. I mean, come on. Then from Daylight, we have If I Was a Bluebird, I would fly to you, you'd be the spoon, dip you in honey, so I could be sticking to you. And I just wanted to bring up these lyrics just to show that they just hit me, and I want to know if you guys... It does
sound like you're reciting poetry.
I just want to know if you guys relate, because one is from Boyfriends when he says you're no closer to him. And that one hits me because I think for all the fellow people who have ever had a boyfriend, tried to get a boyfriend, liked a guy, whatever, you kind of do all these things to get a guy's attention, and you think like it's gonna get you to him, like get him closer, get you closer, but it never does. So, sorry, that was a little dark, but it just doesn't, and Harry knows that.
Yes.
Then I just specifically want to talk about when he goes, satellite. Just that exact note.
Wow.
I have a few others, but he's already clearly getting a little...
No, you can keep going. You can keep going. It was nice to see you sing a little bit on camera.
Thank you.
Nice note.
And then I guess you're gonna let me do it. I pay for it more than I did back then. That's from Grape Juice, which is a sweet song to me. Very precious to me. And I love that line because it just, there's many ways you can interpret it, but I interpret it as once you get old, you pay for, everything seems like it has such a high price, but when you're young, the price of things just don't matter. And it's kind of sad.
Yes.
And bittersweet.
Very deep.
And then when he says music for whatever you want, that does something to me. And lastly, I have many more, but I'm just gonna.
Yeah. Oh,
it's when he goes, I guess you're all mine. In cinema.
Well, yeah.
So, I think if that doesn't make you want to listen to the album.
I mean, I will say you're selling it. I mean, if I was a person, you're selling it, girl.
That's what I'm all about.
Wait, what? Don't play this. Like, you have to.
So, just to wrap my segment up, I truly appreciate you guys listening to my passions, but I'm a passionate person.
Listen, told people last time we'll talk about Harry Styles.
No, please don't let it be.
It won't. He has some movies coming out.
Really quickly before we get into this video to end it off, my segment for him. Because it's just, it wouldn't be true fashion. I wouldn't exist on this podcast if I didn't talk about him. I am going
it's a little dramatic.
to his second leg of tour, and I'm overjoyed.
Yes, you are.
So grateful.
You're going to 2 dates, too.
Yes.
And I'm not going to any. I was disinvited.
That's a whole other story. I tried to get him, but it wasn't.
Our schedules just didn't line up.
Yeah. Anyways, I feel very grateful, and I want to shout out my friends, Jess and Ashley. I love you guys so much. We're going to see him together in the pit.
Yes.
Guys, I've never been in the pit.
Listen, guys, follow her on Instagram because they got some good ideas for like poster boards and stuff like that.
I'm so excited.
Pretty funny shit. And who knows? They might be Harry.
Stop it.
They might be in them.
Because I've been thinking of all the scenarios.
Let's manifest it.
Of what? Oh, we have. So, I'm just speechless, guys, and
I have OCD though.
Wait, hold on.
What is this video?
I want to give a shout out
is.
to Madison Square Garden.
Yes.
Because they are all about disability rights.
Yeah.
And they helped us get pit tickets.
Handicap pit tickets.
Well, there's not really handicap pit tickets.
Oh.
Or accessible.
Really?
They're just pit tickets.
Oh, my fault.
But they helped us get them.
Oh, okay.
And they're gonna help. They're just amazing.
I will say to add more, I guess, not positivity, but to sell Harry more. Normally, if she told me she was going to a pit for any other show, I'd be like, girl, that's dangerous. Don't do that. Because, we're already, even our chairs do raise up now, but they don't raise up that high. Like, not as high as, like, most people that can stand. So I went to her, like, yo, that's dangerous. Like, look what happened with the frickin' Travis Scott shit. Like, don't do that. But even, like, the pits at his show, it seems like everyone's really respectable. Like, everyone, like, even, like, they try to give people space. And even Harry, like, he'll stop a show to make sure people are okay. Yeah. Like, he'll, like, have them turn the lights on. So you should be all right. The fans are very loving.
Listen, I'm prepared to fall out of my chair. And I'm fine with it.
You've already done it once.
I have. That's another story for another day.
Yeah, another story.
But
I was there.
Yeah. I'm fine with it.
Maybe that'll be our 4th of July episode. Because it happened on 4th of July.
Please.
We talk about the day of Noel
traumatizing
during
day.
fireworks.
It was traumatizing.
All I'll say, it's a little sleepy for that episode. The second the fireworks started, everyone's looking up. Everyone's
looking up and Noel's looking down.
We hear a whoa, and
that was.
And then we all turn around and she's on the floor. She's somehow on the floor.
I was in the grass.
Yeah.
And.
All right, but that's another story.
If there's any time it's gonna happen again, it's gonna be in pit for Harry.
Yeah.
And I just feel. I never thought this day would come. I'm sorry. I never thought this day would come, and I feel so grateful, and I'm so excited. I'll be in the pit 2 times. Oh my God! Stop.
1 time for the 1 time, 2 time for the 2 time.
I can't take it.
This will be your 4th concert. Well, the 3rd and 4th. Yeah.
Well, oh my God, that's crazy. I'm so excited.
And when are you going? You're going August 20.
I'm going August 26th.
Yes.
And September 2nd.
Yeah.
And
so anybody that's going, Noah will be there.
Oh my God. The way you said, my heart is like overflowing with joy.
Alright, relax.
Sorry.
We saw. What is this video though? Cause
okay, and I wanted to end it off.
It's just a TikTok?
On just a video of him.
We're gonna get copyrighted for that.
Why?
Yeah, because this is him singing that song, Wet Dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get copyrighted for that. So sorry, I apologize. Guys, look up. She was gonna play.
I just wanted to talk about.
He did the way he looks, right, and just everything.
Well, I mean everything.
But this actually is a cool cover. He did a very I never even heard of this song.
Me either.
He covered a song called Wet Dream.
This band is headlining his shows in Europe.
Who is it?
Wet Leg.
Wet Dream by Wet Leg.
Yeah.
Look up Wet Dream cover, Harry Styles, YouTube.
It's on BBC.
That's what we have here.
Yeah, I just wanted to put this in because
he does a pretty good cover of it.
I've always loved the covers that Harry does, and I just
like his cover of Juice too by Lizzo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But yeah, this was something that kind of just took over.
So that's a Harry Styles segment. Listen,
yes.
We'll be doing this weekly. He will come back, I promise. Harry, this is a Harry household. Oh
we live in Harry's house.
Harry's household.
I know. I'm going home. I'm going home to see him. And if he ever watches this, which I know that probably won't happen, I just want you to know I love you.
Me too.
And I can't thank you enough.
I'm a pretty big fan
for what you've done to me, and maybe I will get to tell you that in person one day.
Yes, Daddy.
Oh my God.
Alright, that's the Harry segment,
he's
right?
saying what we're thinking.
We're gonna go back and forth. Okay, so again, we say Harry.
I'm sorry.
God bless Harry.
Thank you for listening.
Alright, on to the next thing. Did you see what happened to the Mona Lisa?
Yes.
Alright, so for people that may not know, this just happened, I think, yesterday or whatever.
I think today.
This past week, yeah. It might have
been. Recently. Somebody
tried to vandalize. I say tried to because I hate when news clickbaits because people like the headline was like person vandalizes the Mona Lisa, but then the Mona Lisa literally has a bulletproof case around it, so really just the case was vandalized. But a person that was, and this is pretty funny because we're gonna get bad press for this, but. A person that was a man, I mean, again, it could be transgender, but they're calling him a man. A man that was dressed as a woman, but also acting as if he was in a wheelchair, was at the Louvre, right? Is that what Mona Lisa is, right? I can't even see.
I feel like we should know that.
Hey, the Mona Lisa's at the Louvre, right? Can you look that up real quick? Come on, girl. This is 50-50. I can't do everything.
I'm sorry.
Alright, you confirmed that's the Louvre. I'm pretty sure it's the Louvre that Mona Lisa is. But anyways, he got out of his chair and tried bashing...
Yes, it's the Louvre.
Yeah, it's the Louvre. Okay, yeah. So the Louvre in France, famous museum with all that art. Mona Lisa's there. He tried to smash open the case, and when that wasn't working... He then smashed the cake. Oh, he also got out of the wheelchair. That's why I'm saying he was acting as if he was in a wheelchair. Maybe he has a disability where he could walk only a short out. I don't know. But the man was in a wheelchair and he was dressed as a woman. So, and he got up. He smashed the cake into the Mona Lisa fucking painting holder, and also threw roses around. And he was a protester that said, think of the earth, and there are people who are destroying the earth. Think about it. Think of the earth. That's why I did this. Yeah. So I'm gonna put this in post. Here's the pictures of the cake.
I mean,
and the person again. This person could be identified as trans. They didn't really confirm that, but either way, the person looks pretty nice. That's not really the way you go about.
I mean, I think it's so funny because I saw this today, and I was the one who told this.
This is an iconic. This is an iconic photo. Look at that.
Yeah.
Noelle talking about her love for Harry.
Yes. Like, this person is really...
Is that a camo hat, too? We can't even tell.
And, like, is this, like, a young person?
I literally have no clue. The way they described it was a man dressed as a woman in a wheelchair.
But where is the wheelchair?
I don't know. He's clearly not...
I just think it's the funniest thing that it's a wheelchair. Like...
possibly wheelchair person.
I saw this, and I told Mikey, and he goes, I'm going to put this in. I go, okay.
Well, I will say, though, like... I agree with, like, protesting, especially, like, when, like, the earth is dying. But,
yes.
I mean, that obviously isn't the way of going about it.
It's very random.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, yeah, so
I'm just looking at the picture.
Yeah. Like everyone's...
And everyone just, like...
But why a cake, though? That's the other
I don't know.
Why a cake? Wait, sorry, we're zooming. We'll zoom in, we'll have it up here, too. Like, look at that. That's iconic.
Oh, Mona Lisa's okay.
Oh god, I was gonna make a very inappropriate joke.
I literally... What were you gonna say?
Say when he finishes too quick.
Ew.
Anyways, so yeah, did that happen? What else is happening in the world today? Want to cover that?
Do you want me to go next or no?
I'll do one more.
Because I only have one more.
Yeah, I'll do another one.
Okay.
But yeah, so we stand speaking up for the environment and how they're killing the earth. Just maybe not that way of doing it because
I'm still curious to know what like the point was.
I don't really think there was.
Wait. We're missing a major point. This person used the wheelchair because in the headline, I don't know if you found this in yours.
Oh, I didn't see that.
When I saw it on Twitter, this person was trying to look like an old woman. So that's why he used a wheelchair. Because he was trying to be like an old lady.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. I mean, that could just be somebody reporting that. Why did he have to act as an old woman? You could get into the museum as
I guess because like he didn't want people to know like, or I don't know
maybe,
if this person...
Maybe he could have
I didn't
hid the
even
cake.
say he, because I don't know if this person actually does...
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if this person identifies...
Yeah, because I'm saying, because that could just be what the news are reporting. They could be reporting...
I know, because so many people are writing, like, well, maybe...
They're trans.
Stop assuming, like, we don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
either way, it doesn't matter who they are or what they identify as. That wasn't the best way of vandalizing art. You know, it's just gonna make people. Also, it's gonna make the people that really do the climate activism look bad. Like, you know, because you already know that the right wing is gonna be like, look how nuts they're getting. They're vandalizing art to make a point about the world. You know what I mean? So, I think Leonardo da Vinci would agree that let's save the earth. I don't think he was against. I mean, he was around in the 1400s. I'm pretty sure. So I don't think he was.
If we're getting all these things wrong about art, that's so embarrassing. But
listen, we're not claiming we're experts. But anyways, that's funny. It looks like the dude's okay, or the person's okay, and the art is okay too. So, but. We'll keep you updated on that story if we hear more about it. Also, comment below if you guys have more information about that. All right, next thing. Did you see that Pete Davidson, Kate McKinnon, Edie Bryant, and Kyle Mooney retired from the SNL?
I didn't see it. Actually,
you probably saw Pete Davidson because everyone used to say
I saw.
He's a big headliner.
Kate McKinnon did. But I didn't know the others did. Yeah,
I think, honestly, so I think it was good. I'm a fan of Pete Davis. I think he's a good stand-up. Like, that's where he started. He started up as a stand-up person. I think he's funny, and I think he's a good stand-up comedian. But I thought he sucked on Saturday Night Live, gotta admit. He very, barely hit on there. And Kyle Mooney even worse. Sorry, Kyle Mooney. I think you sucked. But Kate McKinnon is a fucking legend, and that sucks.
Kate McKinnon is so
And
funny.
same thing with Adie Bryant. I think she's one of the stronger cast members.
She did she did a segment with Harry.
Yeah, I think,
Yeah.
So that sucks. I'm a big fan of SNL. That's why I wanted to bring it up. I've been watching SNL
I wonder
forever.
why he did. Pete Davidson, I mean.
Oh, Pete, well, first of all, Pete was already barely kind of part of it, especially when he had his mental breakdown.
And now he's also with Kim.
So, he doesn't really need to do it, and Kate McKinnon's been around forever. She can do anything. She's talented.
Right.
Adie Bryant, I think she has a TV show as well. Kyle Mooney, I don't care about you, Kyle Mooney. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I don't care.
Kyle Mooney.
The thing that's another reason.
I also don't know anything about Kyle Mooney, but
another reason I wanted to bring this up though is because I feel like there's so many, especially with the internet. I don't know what Lorne Michaels, if you guys don't know, he's like the head of SNL. He's like, I think the ultimate deciding factor on who gets onto SNL, who doesn't. I just feel like, especially with the internet, there's so many people that you could choose. That are so much funnier than like the Kyle Mooney's and like the Pete Davidsons and stuff like that. And like even like take that, like Brittany Broski. I think Brittany Broski would be great.
Can we also talk about how, I'm sorry.
What?
Brittany Broski got to meet Harry.
Yeah.
And that was such a beautiful moment. I'm sorry.
No, but can you imagine, because you watch SNL every week almost too.
Well, I won't say that I do. I watch it.
I'm saying you watched it a lot with me. And
yeah.
I watched it a lot.
We haven't watched it in a while though, I feel like.
I watched it
it started to die down. But I don't know.
I watch it. Lately, I've been watching this by myself or with Kylie. But
I used to love it. I love the older episodes.
Yes, the older cast with like Bill Hader and stuff, or even older than that, obviously, like early 2000s, 90s, 80s. Anyways, I just feel like there's so many people like on the internet that are hilarious. Like Brittany Broski, I think would be great. I think I gotta get his name up. There's just one. I'll try to add him in post, and also like even put them in the description. But there's this one black TikTok creator. He's so freaking funny. He does all these skits. Like he'll be like acting like as your mom, and just like do you know the guy I'm talking about? He lost a lot of weight recently too. He always does like the funny skits about like very specific things, like your mom, like when you forgot to do a project for school.
Yeah, I know.
Or
wait. Yes. Or are you talking about the guy who is like the principal? Like
no, not that one. Even though I think that guy would be great too. I'm talking about the darker skin guy. He's younger. I'll add him. I need to get his name. I'm sorry. I didn't prepare. For
we
that.
are unprepared.
I know, but I just feel like there's so many other people, like especially with the internet, because you have so much better access to finding people. Like I think the one thing they just added that one YouTube group last season who they give them skits here and there. I think they're funny. Like I think that was like a good example of like finding people from YouTube and like bringing them into SNL. But I feel like they could do more than that because I will say like at least half of the SNL cast now I can't stand. I can't. I can't stand at all. But
I was about to say. I don't know much about the current SNL people, but I wish the best.
There's some good people.
Too.
There's it's like a mixed bag, but
the rest.
Anyway, so I want to talk about that. Clickbait to Pete Davidson. I'm really upset about Kate McKinnon though because she's been really like carrying that, and Adie Bryant too. She's been carrying that cast a lot. So I don't know what they're gonna do to replace her, but replace them.
Maybe Pete will be on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, or I don't know what it's called
I don't
anymore.
even watch that shit anymore.
I don't
watch that shit in like 10 years.
Well, no, because it's on Hulu now. Is it called Keeping Up with the Kardashians?
Let's not even talk about
I don't know.
Now. They're annoying. Sorry, they're so annoying. I'm not gonna say they're bad people, but they're annoying. All right, now I'll pass it to you. What's your next thing?
Okay. This is my final thing I wanted to talk about, and I kind of feel like this is like a thing I want to talk about every week, because after all, it's DisabiliTEA, and I want to shout out my community at all times. So if you're disabled and you have something you want me to shout out, that you did, or you know another disabled person did, or literally anything. There are just so many amazing disabled creative people.
Yes.
Anything, and I just want to like shout them out.
Can I also add? I'm gonna go there since you're going there. I'm throwing all the shade, and that's okay. There's a lot of people that I feel like, who are disabled and have an audience, and they don't lift up any disabled creators, and I almost feel like it's on purpose to where like they want to keep everything to themselves. I'm not gonna get into, I'm not gonna say any names, at least right now, but
this is a shady man right here.
But
just
most people that I talk to about this in private agree.
Not
so.
like you're a shady person, but like
it's rightful.
He could throw some shade.
I think. I mean. Could you agree that it's rightful shade?
Yes.
Thank you. And being here don't agree on a lot of stuff. So
I'm all about spreading kindness and love.
And lifting up your community.
And lifting up my community.
Especially if you have that audience. This person we're talking about is one of the biggest people in the disability community. And even just in the creator community in general. And so, yeah, we will definitely... I'm manifesting that this podcast is going to take off.
He's going to be the more outspoken one about it.
Yes.
Because I'm always like, I'm scared.
Yes. But I'm going to manifest the fuck out of this. This podcast is going to get huge. And we are lifting all our brothers and sisters and non-binaries, homies, up with us. Well, I will say, there is a middle ground. Like, I'm not going to be, like, ignorant and just lift a person up just because they're disabled. But I'm talking about people that, like the person I see, because I see your notes, the person you're about to say now that actually is talented, right? And, like, has, like, something to offer and is, like, again, is talented, right? Like, why not lift those people up? You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. So
we stand that.
Excuse me. One of my biggest, like, I guess, priorities and favorite things to do is learn about fellow disabled people. I've learned so much from fellow disabled people because growing up, I had Mikey right here. But, like, we learn from each other? Yes.
I've learned shit from you.
Same.
Okay.
Like, I think what we did for each other is, like, we always felt like, I hate the word normal, but I don't know, you know what I mean. Like, I feel very lucky.
You didn't feel different.
I grew up with a disabled sibling, because you feel less alone.
Yes.
You still do, though, in other ways.
Yes.
So the person I first want to, like, talk about and uplift is my dear, dear friend, Madison Lawson.
My friend, too.
Yes.
Ciao, Bessie.
Truly one of my best friends in the world. My twin flame. I'm not even kidding. Convinced we share DNA or something. But, so if you don't know who Maddie is, she's a journalist and model.
And advocate.
And advocate. Yeah, literally. Yeah. And
she's a multi-talented queen.
She does everything. And makeup.
Yes. And fashion.
Literally.
You can go down.
She's everything.
Follow her. We'll put her Instagram
I'm obsessed
up here,
with her.
And we'll also put
Wheelchair Barbie.
Her in the description.
I've been obsessed with her since the day I met her. Online.
You guys know each other for...
Yeah, I've known her since I was 12.
Yeah, I just recently started... Me and Maddie have gone really close the past, I want to say 2 years. But, you guys knew each other, since... And you're 19 now. So
yeah.
7 years.
She was my first disabled internet friend. And I remember I was literally 12 on Instagram looking up the hashtags of, like, disability, whatever. And she popped up. And I was like... And it's sad because in our society, like... I loved doing makeup, like, since I was very young. But, like, in our society, they don't show disabled people doing average things. They only show us doing things that are inspirational. So like I didn't, you know what I mean? Like I didn't see like.
Oh, that you just threw shade at a lot of people. I'm gonna say that. Don't say I'm the only one that threw shade.
I threw.
That's rightful shade though.
I just threw shade at the able-bodied.
Well, it's not only able-bodied people. There's creators that do the inspiration part of shit.
Absolutely, but I'm mainly talking about this is an abled world, and the attention we're given is usually not because that we like to dress up, put on makeup, and our talents. It's to make people feel better about themselves.
Yes.
Or whatever it may be. So when I saw Maddie, I was like, oh my god, this is the coolest girl. Like, she looks amazing. Like, at the time she was what? Maybe like she was older, so like.
She's a year older than me, so she was.
She was like no. She was in high school.
No, she was like 17. Like
yeah, she was about 16, to like
17.
Transition out of high school into college. And this girl single-handedly changed a major part of my life because I just felt like she was always a version of how I wanted to be when I was older. Like, how she dressed, how she did her makeup. She went to college, like, on her own. You know, she got her caregivers, and she constantly, like, breaks the mold of what we're told that we should be like. And, like, while she does that, and it looks absolutely beautiful every second, she also raises and lifts up voices for and speaks for us in the most like real way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's a real one. I mean,
she does this beautiful thing of
she's
connecting her journalism with disability in just such an amazing way.
Well, not only that, but like me and Noelle, like part of it is the way we were raised, but also like just how we also grew up. Like it's just we don't want to be put onto like a pedestal, right? And I feel like, and listen, like there was definitely I almost every disabled person I talked to, there was a period in our life where like we did buy into the trope of. Because usually, since we're such a rare disease, right, or a rare disability, you know, we are like the only ones like in our town or whatever, right, in our school growing up, right, and because of that, you're kind of automatically put into a demographic, right, and it's like, well, you can't change the fact that you're disabled, right, so I'm gonna make it into my trope, right. And the problematic thing about that is, like, we're more than just being disabled. Well, yes, it is a part of us, obviously. And, you know, I'm proud of, like, I think there's a fine line. I think there's some people who go too far who are like, I love having spinal muscular atrophy, even though it's, like, killing us. Like, I wouldn't go that far. But I am comfortable with my skin and proud of the person I am, despite my, you know, my disease, you know, but... Anyways, I think there's a lot of people that, because a lot of able-bodied people, who are the majority, obviously, they fall into they buy into it and they love it. You know, it's almost like their feel-good juice for the day, right? They love the inspiration porn, right? Like wow, they're, you know, bless them for not killing themselves, right? Just the fact that they're alive and they're doing, it could be anything. It could just be us. They see us fucking going to the movie theater or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like, we've had so many people that literally have cried. Like, I remember growing up just hanging out in a group of friends and, like, me only being the only disabled one, everyone else, like, being, you know, walking or whatever. I've had, you know, multiple older people come up to me and say, God bless you guys for hanging out with him and
right.
for you know what I mean? So, Madison...
And that's a whole thing we have to get into.
Yeah. And again, throwing shade, I feel like there's some creators that never grab that, oh, I'm special because I'm disabled, right? And they, like, literally kind of sell out and they do the inspiration porn stuff, which in return just damages us because we're not special because we're disabled. We're special because we're special. You know what I mean? For whatever it is. Madison's special because she's a great writer. She's beautiful on the inside and out. She's a model. She's got great fashion sense and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, or another person I'm a fan of, Illy Willy, great friend of mine. He's freaking talented as well because he's an artist and he's hilarious. You know what I mean? So we're not. It shouldn't be we're special because we're disabled. Which again, there's a lot of disabled creators that's their whole freaking thing. Look at me, I'm disabled, right?
It's just
and it's these people like Madison, the Madisons of the world, the Illy Willies, the whatever that. No, they're special because they're disabled, but separate from that, they have a personality, man, and like they're talented for whatever it is. So I just wanted to add that. Sorry to
and it's like
to what you said.
It's so hard, and it still is hard for me to this day because we still live in a very ableist world, and I don't know when. I don't know. That's a whole thing, but you just feel like you exist for like joy to other people, or you feel embarrassed of like kind of being disabled because then you have people like your age who are like don't want to associate with disabled people, and there's just like so much, and because people have the wrong view of disability, like people have a view that we're not to be befriended or whatever. So Maddie was like a huge opening into my life, and she inspires me to this day in a non-inspiration porn way. And I've been lucky enough to be friends with her for so long and to meet her twice, which have been some of the best days of my life. But I just wanted to I just want to talk about her.
I was there one of the times too.
You
we
were.
had so much fun. We went to one of the tallest buildings in the world.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool
and
because none of us are able to walk upstairs.
Yeah. If you didn't know.
Yeah.
We can't walk up the stairs.
Well, I would say Madison too, if nobody knows who Madison is either.
Yeah. But like she's just changed my life and how I look at disability, like how I could be myself and not have to feel bad for what I need, and that I can live on my own, and she just helps me fight.
She's very empowering, but like not in like a disability poor way, just like in like a powerful like woman,
and
like disabled woman way.
And I love her because another reason, she's just one of those friends you go weeks without talking, and like once you talk, it just is all like you haven't missed a thing, and she's just very special to me and my journey of learning about disability and being independent, an independent disabled person. But I wanted to we could show this picture. She recently she's been in U.S. Vogue, but recently she had an entire piece done on her for Australian Vogue.
Like a whole article. Well, again, it's
literally like an interview of. It's amazing, and she continues to like blow me away every single time. Like, she's literally what every little girl or every disabled child like has been wanting since they were kids. She is that.
But like not only that, like I feel like there's throwing shade at some people. There's some people who've gone into mainstream media, but in like the wrong ways, like the sellout way. She did it in like the not in that way. Like, I mean, she was never a sellout. She never went for those like toxic tropes of like this, inspiration porn or whatever.
She's just the baddest bitch.
She got in this article because she is a great writer and also beautiful and talented in all the other ways we just talked about. She's
a true disability
like
advocate.
she earned that shit. That shit wasn't handed to her. Which I feel like sometimes shit is handed to people for the wrong reasons.
He's just going off.
No, but it's true though. Like, I mean, you could agree, right? Like,
she's.
And we don't have to.
She's the baddest bitch I've ever known.
I have like a little bit of tea left.
So, Maddie, I love you, and you've made me feel uplifted every day, and I want to uplift you every day. So everyone, go to Maddie.
Yeah, follow her.
Read her articles.
Yeah.
Watch her stuff. You will learn so much about disability.
And we'll definitely have her.
If you're disabled or not, you will learn so much from this beautiful soul.
We'll definitely have her in a future episode for sure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. So I want to shout her out. There's two more.
Wait, none of that matters. And somebody big was on that cover too, right?
What do you mean?
There was like a big artist on that magazine cover.
Oh yes. Shit. Was it Lord?
Yeah, you got it. I think it was Lord.
I think it was Lord.
Oh,
too.
you have Illy Willy there too.
I do have Illy Willy
That's
here.
so funny. No, again, like we, the way we're gonna do it, I think going forward, who knows? We're open to interpretation. Again, please.
It was Lord.
Comment below. You know, on any tips you think you know we should do. But the way we did this episode, we think we might go going forward is like I'll get news I want to talk about, and she'll get news that she wants to talk about. Then we kind of like want to surprise each other to kind of get the authentic reactions. So I had no idea that she was bringing any of this stuff up, and vice versa.
And I want to do this every week, literally every week.
The only time that I'll give you time to prepare, which is rightfully so, and I hope you do as well, is if you ever talk about something serious. You know.
Right.
So.
Okay, the next two things I want to shout out. I want to talk about Erin, Erin, and Illy Willy, because when I saw first, I love both of them and what they create. Two, I just wanted to say they're doing something really cool, and I feel like this is a very cool thing I want the disability community to know about, and able-bodied community. You can learn. They're doing a live stream on TikTok on Thursday, like all about caregiving and how to get caregivers. And Illy Willy is like from the U.S., so he deals with what we do with like.
Yeah.
And Erin is Canadian, so I really think it's so cool that they're gonna like mesh how caregiving is different. And I just think it's gonna be super helpful. So I really want to put that out, and I know Mikey and I are gonna like probably maybe do an episode on caregiving because it's.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely.
It's a whole thing. It's. It shouldn't be so hard to get to live, but it is.
Yeah.
But I just want to shout them out because they're both so cool, and
these are great.
I love what they do.
Both
and
great creators.
They're iconic, and I'm very excited to watch their live stream. And I really encourage.
We'll see Will in 2 weeks.
I know.
Oh yeah. We have the.
Well, that's what I want. That's my last thing.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So,
I'll stop. Sorry about that.
No, but I just want to shout them out because they're amazing, and I love their TikToks.
When is that happening again? Next Thursday?
No, this Thursday.
This Thursday? So what, that's June
2nd?
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's Tuesday already.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. All right, so yeah, June 2nd, check that out. Follow Illy Willy. We'll put them, everyone we talked about today.
And really, Erin.
Yeah, everyone we talked about today, we'll put their Instagram, we'll put all their socials in the description below. So. But
yeah, I just needed to shout them out because they're literally hilarious, iconic, and I'm so excited to see them talk about something that is crucial for us. Because I remember it's so hard to figure out care. It's literally, it's a whole thing. So they're amazing. Please check them out. And okay, so yeah, now the last thing I want to talk about is the SMA conference that is happening in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Super exciting. And this is our first, actual, I went to one conference when I was... Wait. Let me backtrack.
Can I explain what the conference is?
Yeah, I was going to backtrack.
Because I'm the older one, I'll say it.
What does that even mean?
Because...
Sir, I came up with this.
I know, but this... Yeah, let me do it. And then you can do everything else. So the SMA conference is every year. They've been doing it for years.
But with COVID, it couldn't...
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. But every year they have a conference. They change location every year. The past 10 years, I know it's been in Disney, either Disney World or Disneyland. They kind of rotate.
But it's been in different places too.
Also, this place so here's the thing the last SMA conference that I went to, Noel's never been to one.
Well, no, I was at it, but I was a literal baby.
No, I thought.
No, I was a literal baby.
Okay, so then you were 1 and I was 4 or 3.5, and that was the last conference we went to. But that was in Chicago. I was just at a hotel, and
wait, it had to have been 4 or 5.
From my understanding, no, we're only 3.5 years apart.
What?
Yeah.
4 years.
Right now, but hey, how old are you? You're 19.
I'm 19.
I'm 23.
How old are you?
But I'm saying then in December you'll be 20.
Yeah.
And I'll be 23.
Okay.
Until March, so we're about a year and a half, whatever. 3 years and a half. Anyways, like growing up, because it's Cure SMA, which is the people that throw the conference. They've gotten bigger and more funding every year. It was kind of a smaller thing. Like we've only went to two. Once when I was like 3 or whatever, 2 or 3, and then the other one when I was like 3 or 4, and that was the Washington D.C. and then Chicago. And again, this was like way smaller scale. Like now, what's cool about it is the past couple of years they do Disney, right?
Yeah.
And they fly all these people out from all over the world. And also lately they've been doing scholarships. That's the reason why we were able to go. They offer scholarships for people who can't afford it. So like our hotel travel, all that stuff is completely covered. And we even got a free park day as well.
I'm so excited.
So shout out Cure SMA. You're a great organization. I don't care what anybody says about them. I'm sorry.
Mike and I do have different opinions.
Well, sometimes
I can.
Sometimes, listen. No one's perfect. They could do ableist things. I will say, but they mean well.
And I want to say, I definitely need to educate myself more on this, because from what I've heard, they've harmed people in our or created maybe a narrative.
Have they harmed people?
I don't know. Like I need to educate myself more on it. I really do.
I think we could agree though. They mean well. The Cure SMA is not harmful. I think it would be hypocritical if we were going to a conference thrown by them if we didn't support Cure SMA. I think they mean well. Yes, are they ableist sometimes?
Yeah.
But they mean
we can agree
well.
on that.
They're a helpful.
All I know is I'm very grateful that they helped us with this, and like this is a dream come true to be in like a space with people I literally love so much. Like I can't even believe this is happening.
Yeah, so we're excited. We haven't been to one again in 20 years.
Like I literally don't know what they're like. I have no idea what to expect.
We are so excited. It's in Disneyland,
and I never travel ever.
Yeah, it's been a while since you traveled. Yeah.
I never travel. This is like weird.
This will be your first time traveling if you're new back too. Because before her back was so messed up that
I had very bad scoliosis.
That she had to lay down the entire flight. Like
I was a hot mess.
Yeah.
Like.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, but this would be my first time on a plane where I could actually sit up. And
this is the first conference.
California.
Yeah, this is the first conference since COVID.
Yeah.
So which is cool, and we'll be going. And I've been also in contact with Cure SMA because they've helped. Because the way they do the scholarship is weird. Like first you have to put the money down, then they reimburse you when you get there. Which again, I've said this in past videos. It doesn't really make sense because it's supposed to be for people who can't afford it. If you can't afford it, how are you going to pay it ahead of time? But luckily, Cure SMA, they worked with us. I called them. I said, hey, we don't have the money put down. We can't afford it. And so we figured it out. They were awesome. Literally amazing. We stand. Sometimes. Again, no one's perfect, right? But for the most part. And anyways, I've been talking to them. This is the biggest conference yet. They said over 2,200 people have signed up from all over the world. And we're a rare disease. I think only 10,000 people in America have it. I'm pretty sure.
I
think not even that. It's extreme. I mean, the reason why I do that math is because the SMA support system.
We'll look it up and include it in a screenshot.
The SMA support system has 30,000 members, right? Something like that.
Not even that. I don't know.
Anyways, it's gonna be awesome. We're not used to seeing all these people in wheelchairs like us.
It's gonna be like a
It's gonna be emotional. No, seriously.
Because I want to say
Sorry.
the reason I want no, it's okay. The reason I wanted to bring this up is because there's a lot of people I'm meeting who I've gone to be. One being my friend Ashley, who I'm going to see Harry with. Ashley, I love you so much. I'm obsessed with her. She's incredible, amazing, icon. And then Will. Like, we also get to meet, he doesn't have SMA, but he lives, like, in the, so, yeah. Basically, I just want to talk about this, because it's going to be, like, I don't even have words for it, to be quite honest. There's so many people I'm excited to meet that I literally am obsessed with from so many different places. And
yeah, same.
I think it's just going to feel like surreal and I don't even know.
Well, I would like to add, like, so I do have a friend that he has DMD, which is a form of muscular dystrophy. So I do have friends that live in the area that are disabled, but SMA wise, we don't really have much people with SMA that live close to us. At least maybe like a 30-minute drive, but you know how it is. Like, you know,
Like
we're busy.
We know them, but like
yeah.
They're not
it's
like
not, it's not like that. You know?
Yeah.
Just because we're disabled doesn't mean we're in
like my closest friends with SMA are all internet like friends, and yeah, it's just so exciting.
But
like we already have so much shit planned.
But what I wanted to say though, real quick, is like when I was in California when I did my cross country trip in December, which is amazing. I want to eventually do a video about that, but I ended up in California, and my one friend with SMA, shout out Drew, and his boyfriend. You guys are amazing. We ended up being stranded at the LA bus terminal, it was the ghetto part of LA, at midnight, literally midnight, and all the handicapped Ubers were closed for the night, and our hotel was over an hour away. So we were panicking. It was a mess, and he literally, him and his boyfriend, like saved us and picked us up and brought us to our in the middle of the night. But anyways, when they picked me up, I remember it was so weird. I got kind of emotional because like I haven't seen a person with SMA. It had to be years.
Yeah, like
years,
besides me.
Besides this one, so it's just like, and that's the one thing again. Like I hope you guys can understand the connection that I'm making here. It's obviously just from my perspective, so it's not one to one, but like I kind of understand. I want again to a certain extent, like how people in minority groups must feel being in the minority, being in a where like for example like I like a lot of black friends like that I'll hear them like talk about stories on like whatever Facebook or whatever when they eventually do like visit like countries where their ancestors are from, like Africa, right? They're like it's such an emotional experience because you grow up in a area where it's just you guys are the minority. And
I want to add on.
That's
not to invalidate your point. Although all minority groups in some way intertwine.
No, it's different.
We do not.
No, it's not. Again,
we do not.
I think
we'll never know.
No, but I'm saying I think people can understand the connection that I'm making. I can understand to it only to the extent that I could understand of like, you know what I mean? Like me and other than Noel, I don't really see much disabled people, and I can only imagine how emotional it's gonna be seeing not only tens of me or whatever, but like it's like I said, 2,000 people. It's gonna be, I was emotional from just seeing one person. You know what I mean? So again, it's different because this is a race thing, and we're not black, obviously.
It's very different.
If you're listening auditory, we're two white people. But I think you guys can understand the connection I'm kind of making. Like I got emotional. I'm disabled, so I can only imagine people who are.
Well, I think it's just what you are trying to say. Is it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. To
be in a space where you don't have to pretend. And you don't have to explain yourself, and you don't have to explain why you need help, and what you need help with, and how you do it.
Yeah, but also, but I'm saying, but they're not even that. Like they're, like something I like to say. There's a lot of toxic people that like when like you're venting to a person that isn't in your shoes, right? They'll be like, oh, I understand. What I like to say to people is whenever people are venting to me, and if it's something that I don't understand, like something that happened to them and never happened to me. I always like to say, like, hey, listen, I'll never be able to
I don't understand,
but I just want to let you know, like, I stand. You know what I mean? Like, I
hear you.
I'm there, like, emotionally.
I hear
like,
you.
You know what I mean? So
I think that's really important. Because a lot of times, like, sometimes all we want is just, like, for people to, like, learn about disability things, And it's okay to not understand something, But as long as you're trying to learn about something, then, and you want to, put it to something, you don't have to always know. You're never going to know unless you hold that identity, And it's going to be really beautiful to, like, be in a space where there's going to be...
Okay, people, that's I just want to add, like, that's the point I was trying to make. Like, it's a beautiful thing when like in the back of your head, like, when you, like, because, like, I have friends that are able-bodied that I know, like, they feel my pain, but, again, they can only feel it to the extent that they could feel it, right? But when you have people that you don't even really have to go there, like, they grew up, for the most part, from your same experience, right?
Right.
In that case, it's a beautiful thing.
And while every disabled person has a different experience with everything, because, we're all individuals.
Yeah.
And we all have there's other disabled people who have intersecting identities, which, changes things too. What we all relate on is society and the barriers that have been put in for us. And, I think it's just going to be so fun and, like, surreal to know, I was already, joking with my friend how, like, we're never going to feel, like, bad for asking for help, Like, because there's going to be, like, a plethora of us, caregivers.
It's just that understanding, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's that mutual understanding. Like, I know sometimes, like, even when I'm with, I'm in college now, and I didn't really have that many friends in high school. Like, I just didn't. Like, and it has a lot to do with, like, me being disabled, but, like, also I was very, like, shy. Like, I don't know. Like, I was just, I always felt like, I just felt like I wasn't a part of it. Like, it was weird. It was so weird. I just was like, no one ever felt like they were.
Everyone, you're, like, it's not an excuse, but, everyone's very insecure in high school.
But there was definitely that had a lot with me being disabled. It had a lot to do with me.
No, I experienced this as well, unfortunately.
And when I got to college, I was like, okay, I want friends so bad. I'm gonna make friends. And I did. Like, I started to make friends. I joined a sorority, which I literally never thought I would do.
Wait, what's your sorority? Shout them out.
Alpha Psi Delta.
Yeah.
Courage, graciousness, and peace is what we are.
Ew.
And we help women to realize their potential, and we do. And they did. And I'm gonna sound so, like...
Wait, am I an honorary sister, right?
Girl. Yeah.
I'm an honorary sister.
But it changed really my life. Because I have a lot of able-bodied friends.
It's like a sisterhood.
Now.
Right?
Yeah, and I was scared. I was scared to join a sorority. Because, you see things in movies.
There is toxic sororities out there.
Yeah, of course. But mine, it's crazy because, like, they don't try, they don't try to, like, act like they know what it's like to be disabled, but they will do anything they can to advocate and not make it inspirational.
Well, and you can tell that they care.
And, and, like, I feel...
And not, like, an inspiration for way, like, just in, like, a genuine, like...
Right.
They care about you.
And I once again, I hate the word normal. But I feel...
No, it's not. That's normal. But normal isn't a bad word to say in terms of, like, equality.
I feel equal.
Like, we all just want to be... Yeah, we all just want to be...
With them. And...
Yeah.
They've been, like, the truest... I've made my best friends. And even that, but here's what my point is what I'm trying to get to. I'm shouting them out, obviously.
That's a beautiful thing about podcasts. We could go off into different, whatever.
The point I wanted to get to, and I know disabled people will relate to this, is even, like, when you do make those true able-bodied friends who don't make you feel bad for needing help, they do it. They literally just do it. Like, you don't even have to ask. Like, it's amazing. It's a whole new world. You're like, oh my god. They will literally do it all. They will hold up your... okay. That's beautiful. Thank you. They will hold up your drink to help you take a sip. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you. That was pretty. So, even then, when you finally feel so secure, there's always that voice in the back of your mind.
Yes, I can't believe you said that. That's so funny.
That's like you still feel bad.
Yep.
And that is internalized ableism in society.
Yep.
And I'm getting to that. That's what we all share as disabled people. And it's an unspoken thing. Like when you're disabled, you just know the feeling. You always feel like a burden, even when we shouldn't.
Like
we're not burdens. We should never feel like a burden, but we do.
Like I want to add, like even like, and I told my girlfriend this, like even my girlfriend who I trust the most, and like obviously she's my girlfriend, right? So like I feel the most comfortable with her. I love her to death. Even then, and she doesn't make me feel like a burden. That being said, there is this thing in the back of your mind, you know what I mean? Because it's just like, in the end of the day, like this is, she's able-bodied, and this is like, it's just whatever,
it's just what's been like fed to you for forever, and there's always going to be people telling you, and there's always going to be people doubting, like whether it's your relationship, your friendships, like.
But I'm saying it's
everything.
Also, but I'm saying like even if you were raised perfectly, like with people who like didn't make you feel like burdens, I could still feel like that you probably would still feel that way just because we all have insecurities as humans, right? And that's like that's a pretty like that's the first insecurity that can come to our minds being disabled, right? Because that's something we can't help, right?
Yeah.
And so like my favorite thing, just like to add on to what you're saying, is like whenever I'm with a person that is disabled and they might like every disability is different, but like when there's people who are disabled that like don't like like I might be able to do things that they can't, or vice versa, like they can do things I can't. Like my favorite thing to do is like I love helping Noelle pick up a drink if she can't do it. I love like my one friend that has like the Shanes, like I love like being able to help him out, or anybody, like it's just. And I think Dave, like I talked to them as well, like they feel the same way because like it's like like you know what I mean, like you could be all helped in similar ways, you know what I mean? So it's like an unspoken understanding. That's what I like to say.
Yes.
Unspoken understanding.
Yes.
So we're excited for the conference.
Yeah, we just took but it's very important. It's a very important thing. But yeah,
we'll see you June 14th. I think it officially starts the 15th, but I think we're getting there a day early. We'll see you June 14th. It technically ends on the 19th, right?
I think so, yeah.
But we might say later, we don't know yet. But
I don't know.
We're excited. Yeah. It's going to be fun as shit. If you guys are going to be there, comment down below. We want to be up with as much people as we can.
I'm literally ready to have the time of my life.
It could be so friggin' fun.
I've always wanted to go to California.
And then this is our first conference in 20 years.
I wanted to meet, oh my god.
Yeah, first conference in 20 years. I'm so excited. And,
so yeah, I just want to shout out the SMA community.
But I was bringing it up earlier to go back into what you were saying. Willie's going to meet up with us.
Yes.
So Willie will be there. It's going to be a grand old crippled Opry.
Yeah, it is.
Grand old Opry.
And I'm so excited. And also, if you can't make it to this conference, just know we're thinking of you.
Yes.
And
there will always be a conference next year.
We're going to document as much as we can.
Yes.
Like.
Oh my god.
And.
We should do an episode there.
Oh yeah.
We should do an episode there.
Oh my god.
Yes. Guys, comment.
Do you guys want to see that?
Please comment below.
Oh my god, that'd be so
any ideas
cool.
that you guys might have for that, because that'd be awesome.
That'd be so amazing.
Yeah.
We could have a bunch of people on.
Hell yeah.
I'm so excited to meet some best
Hell yeah.
So, I'm just I bought 8 million bathing suits.
It's gonna be fun. So
I'm so excited to meet everyone.
And also, we have a handicap.
And it's in Disney. I love Disney.
We have a handicap room. Not everyone lucked out with getting a handicap room, bathroom. So if anybody needs help,
yes,
DM us.
You need to use it.
We will try to share our shower with as much people as we can.
Please.
Yeah. So.
Please.
Because you can't blame Cure SMA for that. There's unfortunately I don't know why every room should have a stand-in shower. You know what I mean?
You mean the roll-in shower?
The roll-in shower. Well, I'm saying stand-in, roll-in. Either way, it's kind of the same shit, right? So.
Well, every shower is a stand-in shower.
No, well, I guess whatever, yeah. But I'm saying because even if there's sometimes people will be like, well, yeah, it's a stand-in shower. It's not roll-in technically. I'm like, what do you mean? And then because I've traveled a bit. And usually they'll call a stand-in shower just because it has like a little bump going into it, but it's like a bump that could easily be pushed over. I'm like, oh yeah, well this is fine. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, anyways, damn, we are almost. Is it still recording? Please tell me.
It is.
All right, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Well, first, we're not closing the episode yet. All right, one last thing I want to talk to you before we end the episode because we are running out of recording time. I need to get a bigger disk hard drive for my camera, so I don't have to worry about this going forward. Subscribe to our Patreon.
We don't have that.
I know, not yet.
We're making that?
I mean, these videos do cost money, so maybe. I don't know if people want to support us, you know.
You don't have to do that. Please don't.
Wait, what was it saying, though? Oh, yeah, so last thing, you don't know about this, so...
Yeah, we're so excited. I love you guys, I'm so excited.
Yeah, we'll see you guys. I can't wait for that.
California.
All right, my last story for the day. So, Camila Cabello. So I thought it was Camila.
No, it's Camila.
Camila Cabello?
Yes.
Addresses rude soccer fans who sang over her Champions League final performance.
Such different things back and forth. This is
funny for me because no one knows I can't stand Camila Cabello. I think her music sucks and she's annoying. She just annoys me.
Stop.
I don't think she's a bad person, but she's annoying. And this was more of an example why she's annoying. So did you hear about this?
No.
So a couple days ago there was the Champions League final, which is the equivalent of like the soccer Super Bowl kind of, right? And they had a halftime show, right?
Okay.
And somebody thought it was a smart idea to have her perform.
Shut up.
Well, I'm thinking is usually if I'm thinking of a halftime show, like you want to have.
Oh, like she's a big.
But I'm thinking you want to have an artist that like all like age groups are like nobody older than 20.
I mean, she's like
28 years old is gonna know who Camila Cabello is. Like, let's be real. Like, come on.
Well, she dated Shawn Mendes.
There's 30-year-olds that don't even know who Shawn Mendes is.
She Fifth Harmony. You know. All
right, but anyways, so
I don't know.
So during her almost 6-minute performance, she the fans were chanting over her entire performance.
Aww.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you this.
That's sad.
And I'll put it in the. and no, but what's funny though is like she got an attitude out there. She said she tweeted, but then later deleted it. Well, very, very rude, but whatever. I'm glad you guys loved it.
Well, I mean, to be honest, that's like shitty. Because, I mean, I don't care if you hate someone or.
Wait, did you hear this?
Yeah, he has it on.
Do you hear the people?
Are we watching the whole thing?
No. Do you hear the people though?
Yeah.
Hey. Guys, I don't want to get striked, so, by the way, this is in our ears.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'll definitely put it in
I like her outfit.
But look up Camila Cabello, UEFA Champions League final opening ceremony. Was open, not even halftime. Wait, you hear the entire time.
Are they just like cheering or are they?
The entire time.
What are they saying?
They're just doing like soccer shit. They always cheer. So that was the day I wanted to end the day on.
Listen, I'm not like a Camila stan.
Yeah, come on. Alright, don't make me look like a bad person here. You agree that Camila could be annoying. You even agreed. You agree that she annoys you.
Mikey, well, I don't know, like.
Alright, no,
she's
we're not
never,
saying.
Like, personally
we're not saying she's a bad person. But I'm saying we all have that celebrity that just annoys us for like kind of no reason.
I feel bad. She did not deserve.
Like her version of Cinderella sucked.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
No, wait. When's the part when she's like, "Oh my God, what is the song? You should have pulled that."
People were trying to say
when she was like, oh my God.
Wait, I want to look up. I want to make sure I'm not getting it wrong. My favorite version of Cinderella is it Brandy?
Yeah.
That's Brandy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But what is it called? Is it called? It's called Cinderella. Yeah, Cinderella. Yeah, and Whitney Houston. That's a Cinderella.
I will say I don't know what that was.
Yeah, that version of Cinderella sucked. Come on, that was like the. If you guys want to watch one of the worst movies of all time. What is
the song that they had her sing?
Let's Get Loud.
No, like.
There were so many bad songs in that.
Oh my God!
It's on Amazon, guys. Watch it. It's the worst shit.
I was like going into it with like high hopes. I was like, Yes, like I love Disney.
If you guys want a good version, a good take on Cinderella, though, super slept on. And that's the thing that pissed me off. People who are so stupid, who are just like stands of people for no reason, were trying to say that the Camila Cabello's Cinderella was the best version of Cinderella.
Who said that?
A lot of people were saying on Twitter. I'm serious.
No, I did not see that anywhere.
Look at the rating. Wait, we're gonna look up right now.
Like the rating's gonna be bad.
No. So 86%, right? Brandy's Cinderella, right?
Yeah, that's good.
That's great, right? It's honestly.
I'm telling you, the Camila Cabello one.
Hold up.
Doesn't have.
Hold up.
Do Camila.
2021, right?
Yeah.
Hold up. All right, it's got 42%.
It has a 4.2 out of 10.
All right, but when it first came out, everybody. No, you remember we looked it up. All the people were giving it like it has like a 3 out of 5.
I mean, personally, I saw no one say good things about it.
No, the day.
I didn't. I saw no one
it's
say
got
good things about it.
59%. Even that's
which I'm
too
so
high.
sorry.
Even on Rotten Tomatoes, has a 59%. That movie sucked. So, anyways, I don't like Camila Cabello. Sorry, guys. Sorry to say. I wish her anything but the best. Don't give her hate. Don't do anything like that. But
please don't.
I think her music kind of sucks.
I mean, yeah, I never really got into her music.
So I wanted to end on that. But all right, I think that's the first episode.
Yay!
This is fun. I feel like we kind of got into this swinging things pretty quick, and only move up from here.
It might have been a little all over the place, but like we're all over the place.
Now I'm really hoping that the sound ends up working. I'm
scared.
We're only gonna get better from here, guys.
I'm scared.
And I really hope this green screen works. Because if not, can you imagine that we just have to have this green screen in the back? Because the one thing that's making me nervous is that there's shadows here. I really hope it doesn't mess it up. But yeah, that's the first episode of DisabiliTEA.
I feel like we should do a round of applause.
I'll add it in post. Luckily, podcasts don't need much editing, so I should have it up by tomorrow.
I hope so.
You guys have a good rest of your week.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment if you didn't like it. Tell us how we could be better.
Tell us if you hated it. Honestly.
Listen, we're open. We're open to...
If someone hates on us, I guess we could take it. He could take it, but I will cry. But it's okay.
Yeah, I'll be pretty upset, but that's okay.
And also...
We're just trying to be
whatever
better.
time of day you're watching this, I hope you laughed or felt some joy from this and are also feeling loved.
Yeah.
And I'm sending you a lot of love right now. And we're very grateful.
Yeah, listen.
That you took the time to watch or listen.
Yeah, listen, we want everyone to feel welcome here.
Everybody.
And, please comment below. We want open conversation. That's why I like podcasts. You know what I mean? Like, in the future, I would even like to have, have live callers be able to call and stuff like that. Like, I'm serious. Like, so...
Wait, that would be cool.
Yeah, we're definitely open. We're definitely going to have guests...
Give all suggestions.
Appearances as well. But
everything.
Yeah, and we have some... Again, shout out to Damaris for the beautiful
Thank you so much,
artwork.
Damaris.
And also the intro to this.
You're amazing. She
did the intro to this video and the outro as well. All artwork is done by her. So
you're incredible.
Shout out to her. She's amazing.
Thank you.
And
thank you.
DM her because she does a lot of different work and everything.
Just show Damaris love.
Yeah, everything from acrylics to digital, she'll do it. So hit her up. Support our artists and
uplift disabled voices.
You guys stay safe. Much love to you and yours and everyone.
And
thanks for watching. And
sip the tea.
Yes. Wait. Let me hear. Cheers. Oh. Even though I drink all my tea, I need to make sure I have a picture ready next time. Come on, you got it. Yeah. There we go. Cheers.
Cheers
to the future. All right, guys. See you next week. All right.
Love you all.
Love
Thank
you
so much. Peace
Bye.
and love.